Spirit light body, y'all. What's going on, man? All right, check this, right? All right, hold on. Check this, y'all. Boom. The cosmic clock, baby. Finally got this joint in hand, right? And, yeah. So, right here, you're looking at brass. You're looking at metamaterial. Now, I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with metamaterials or not, right? But metamaterials is basically dealing with materials that can bend light. So this device aids with out-of-body exploration, which anybody who knows me knows that I've been dealing with almost 10 years. And it's not that I can't do it on my own, because I can. This isn't something you need, but this was a gift to me by my significant other, because she knows that I'm into stuff like this, and I've been one for years since I came into the secret energy community, right? So my first experience with this cosmic clock, right? Like, oh man, like y'all, it was amazing. All right, my first one was amazing too. It was a dope meditation, but then the second one was super deep. Like I'm sitting in, remember I told you, right, before I say this, remember the astral plane is like the inner verse, right? So as I'm delving into myself, this is like 5:30 in the morning, somewhere around there, like 5:30, maybe 6 in the morning. I'm doing my morning meditation, and I got a bad boy on my wrist, right? And I'm sitting up here, and I'm like, okay, when you're on the astral plane, you want to get a clear destination of where you want to go in your mind. So if you know anything like what I've been showing y'all about the body, right? That right here, this channel running straight up and down the body is the Sushumna. That's the center. That would be like your North Pole. Then you have Pingala and you have Ida on the side, and they intertwine like the serpent, like the caduceus rod, right? These are real currents, real energetic currents that run up your body. So I'm like, all right, I want to go to the Sushumna. Well, I was in the underworld at first, and I won't get too far into what I seen and that, but I just know that at the beginning of it, I was in the underworld, but I was like, nah, I'm going up. You see what I'm saying? And when I said I'm going up, I began to traverse up the spine, and I could feel my energy raising up the spine, and I began to see like somatic patterns, right? And in fact, the somatic pattern under this bezel right here, actually, like I seen this in the meditation too. Like, so this, like this, when he said that like this melds with your energy signature and your frequency, like no, it really does. Like this thing really taps into your Taurus field, like no joke. And so I'm traveling up the Sushumna or whatever, right? And eventually, like, and here's when I was seeing like the somatic pattern. But when I breathe the Kundalini up, like, I could feel it shoot up from the root. I could feel it. And as it's ascending, right, it gets to the crown. And when I get to the crown, now remember, you got to keep your mind clear, because when you start thinking about what you're seeing, it'll stop, right? And when I get to the crown, I'm looking up in my mind's eye, like how Yogananda talked about looking and keeping your focus in the spiritual eye, right? And as I'm looking in my spiritual eye, I begin to see the stars, y'all. And then like I begin to see like it was like one star that was a specific color. It was another one of another color, and another one of another color. Well, this is super synchronistic, because later on I was reading the Gita, and I'm finally almost done with that joint, by the way. But but I was reading the Gita, and it talked about how like when you're on the astral plane and like you're getting into the inner states of yourself, where like you will begin to perceive these different colored lights on the astral plane that correspond to your energy. Remember, this isn't an external thing, this is internal. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like, man, like, this thing is so deep, man. But I'm telling you, like, yo, wholeness to you, Sevan. I appreciate you, man. Like, yo, for real, like, wholeness, brother. Like, this joint's fly, y'all. Like, hold on real quick. Let me show y'all what's under the bezel real quick, too, so you can understand when I'm saying, like, you dealing with somatics. Like, this is, like, real metamaterials. Let's see, it's magnetic. So that's a cymatic pattern, and I seen this somatic pattern in my mind's eye in my meditation. Like, this is a real spiritual device. Like, this is spiritual technology. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, let me show y'all real quick what's under that. And this specific one was inspired by the Sumerians. If y'all ever paid attention to when you see the angel in the Sumerian tablets, that wristwatch he had, this is what was that was the design that inspired this or whatever. And then what you see right here written in Sumerian, right there, that's Amagi, which Amagi basically is like manumission. It's like returning to the state, the original state that the divine mother had for you, whatever. So yeah, man, that's all it is for right now, y'all. I got some other stuff I could tell you about it too, but man, I want to just keep delving into myself and using this device. It's a personal device, so if you ever get one of these, or like the Vector Equilibrium, it's not something that you want unspiritual people holding, or anybody for that matter. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to attack unconscious folks or unspiritual people, but yeah, you don't want anyone else dealing with these devices because it melds with your energy signature. So I definitely will not be letting anyone wear this. So spirit, light, body, y'all. Till I come forward, man. Wholeness.